Hey folks, we're up here in New Hampshire today and we're going to be talking about the M&P Shield. The Shield is a 9mm pistol. It's a single stack design, polymer frame, steel upper, barrel slide, designed by Smith & Wesson really to meet the growing demand for the concealed carry licensed individuals out there who are looking for a small, compact firearm in a package that and caliber that provides real benefit. So this is a brand new gun. We're shooting it right out of the box. We haven't broken it in, and you're going to get to see how it performs. We'll do our standard drills both from an accuracy standpoint as well as just some offhand combat style shooting into center mass areas of our target. And we've got some steel out here and we'll take a few shots at that as well. So I'm going to stop talking and actually start shooting. I'm very excited to shoot this pistol. Let's get to it. So what we have down there, I'm at about 5 yards away, and I'm just going to shoot slowly, get a feel for the trigger. One thing I'd say about this trigger, Smith & Wesson finally figured it out, and they got a trigger on this gun now that actually has a distinct reset. And I'll tell you, just dry firing the gun, pressing through that trigger and feeling that reset, it's exactly what I've been looking for Smith & Wesson products for a while. And I think that they finally listened to their customers, or perhaps just figured it out. And I'll tell you, it really feels good. So we're going to shoot it and give you a sense of just how it looks, how it feels, and how it shoots. Okay, 7 rounds. Again, I'm 5 yards away. I'm going to walk down real quick and take a look at our target. I think you're going to see they're right in there. Now, this gun has not been broken in, nor do I know the trigger well, but you can see right in this area here, we have a nice tight group. For such a small pistol, again, against the size of that group there, I'm pretty impressed with only 7 rounds through it. Let's shoot it some more and see what happens. The Shield comes with 2 different magazines, one that extends only slightly and the other one that pretty much fits flush across the bottom of the frame. With the extended magazine, you get a slightly longer frame, and so you're able to get a really, I mean, it just feels like a full-size gun, and it feels very comfortable. You know, it's single stack, so you got that nice narrow grip frame, and yet you got a full-length pistol there. Okay, 8 more rounds. I threw too low. That's me getting used to the trigger and really just pressing a little bit down too much just because I'm not used to it. But again, you're seeing, as we flip the camera here, a really good group at 5 yards away. See if we can zoom in here. And there's our group, guys. It's right in there. Of course, I threw too low. That's me, that's the shooter. But again, that's 15 rounds through the gun, and it hasn't even been broken in. And as we shoot it more, I would expect the trigger to break in and the accuracy to actually improve as that trigger really works itself out and the mechanical parts kind of smooth out as they work their way. Okay, folks, so I'm going to go back to about 5, and when I do, we'll start our timer. I'll come from a low ready position up, and I've got 7 rounds in the gun. And we'll just basically fire all the rounds that we can. We'll shoot as fast as we can get reasonably accurate hits, again, in that center mass area, and we'll see what the gun is capable of. Let's give it a try. So we had 7 shots in 2.86 seconds. Our split time was about a quarter of a second to 0.3, so a third of a second. All of our shots were in with the exception of one. I threw one shot out, but again, from a combat accuracy standpoint, shooting fast, this is about as much as we need. Of course, one shot right here low, but the rest were right in there. I was able to see the sights coming down each time as I rode the recoil and really ran my follow-through. I was actually seeing the sights, so from a recoil mitigation, the gun does a really nice job of that. Let's go over and we're going to load up now and we're going to shoot some steel at about 20 yards. Okay folks, forgive the light, we're starting to run out of sunlight here. So at about maybe 17 or 18 yards, we've got quite a bit of snow up here in New Hampshire, and so I can't really get back to the full 25-yard mark, but from about, I would guess, we're somewhere between 15 and maybe 18 yards away. We're going to shoot the M&P Shield at the steel target out there and see if we can get hits. So I think I missed one, so 1 out of 9 shots there. That's the operator, not the gun. Gun seems to be very, very accurate. And I'm shooting at a reasonable pace, so if I slowed down, I could probably, get 100% here. But from an accuracy standpoint and the ease of use, I think that the M&P Shield is really showing what it's capable of. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to do a one-handed presentation. We're going to shoot the gun with our strong-handed only, and I'm going to go relatively slow, but I want to give you some sense of the recoil associated with it. And I think what you're going to see as I'm shooting the gun is there's not a lot of recoil, and I'm able to really bring the front sight back, right back to where I want it very quickly. I did it again, the safety's on. So we were able to get them right in there very quickly. That's the 4th time or 5th time that I've been delivering those hits, and what you see is because I don't traditionally use an external safety, every time I'm presenting the gun, I'm forgetting I have to disengage the safety. So what this points to is that whatever your gun you're training with, you want to make sure that you're operating it consistently and using the safety or not using it if you don't have a safety on your gun in such a way that you don't do it. So for me, with this gun, I probably would not carry with the safety on because I'm so used to shooting Glocks and M&Ps without a manual external safety that if I were carrying this gun or shooting the Car PM9 that I often carry, I would not want to have that safety engaged, and that's a personal decision that I'm making that you want to really think about. Again, if you're practicing with that safety and it's always something you're going to use it. If not, don't. Okay, I'm going to give you one other point of view side from that side of the gun. I've got 6 or 7 rounds loaded in here. We're just going to shoot it again at a reasonable tempo, trying to get good combat effective hits. And you can see I was able to control the gun. I think I threw 1 or 2 right out of our circle there, so I'm about 5 yards away from our target. But again, I was able to basically empty the gun but still get the hits. So for me, this M&P Shield really seems to fit my hands and is really allowing me to deliver the hits where I want them, on target, and in a reasonable time frame. So that pretty much does it for the M&P Shield. Really appreciate you watching. Certainly appreciate the subscriptions that we've had, the growth of the channel. I want to thank all of you for that. If you do like this video, in the bottom left corner, right down there, there's a little thumbs up arrow box icon. Click that little box. We obviously appreciate the feedback. If you have any other thoughts or feedback about the M&P Shield or any of the other guns that we've reviewed, I hope you'll share them with us and the rest of the subscribers. Finally, in a couple weeks, I'm going to do a comparison, a side-by-side shooting comparison of this, the M&P Shield, with my Car PM9. Both of them are very nice. Both of them have a slightly different trigger and a different approach, and we'll talk through that and how that might be a benefit to you using one type or the other. Again, M&P Shield with that external safety might be something many people like. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay safe.